Yeah, we're back at the old woodpile today. Welcome to Suburban Living. My name is Ed. Thought we'd have another project here this afternoon, a very useful project. I'm going to build a ladder for the bunk beds at the cabin. If you watch the inside cabin tour, you may have been wondering how in the world you get up on that upper bunk. Well, it's kind of difficult, but we're going to fix that problem, I hope, from this old pile of lumber. Stay tuned. I've selected 2 oak boards to make this ladder. They don't look like much, but they're just wet. I think once we get them cut and they start drying out, they're going to be fine. Got a pretty bad spot right here in this board. We're going to cut that out anyway. Have a knot also here, knot hole. And then this end is pretty bad looking end, you see. But I still think we can salvage a lot out of these. Our ladder needs to be about 70 inches long, and this is a little over that. So we're going to set up here. Let me show you also what I had to pick up. I had to run to my local Ace Hardware. My wood glue really froze, I guess. So I got a new thing of wood glue. Also got some 1 5/8" screws. Thought 2-inch would be too long. And then also got these carriage bolts for mounting our ladder on the bed. Alright, stay tuned and I'll get out my tools and we'll get started on this project. Okay, I started this project out by setting my table saw at about 2 inches, and I went ahead and measured that with the tape measure. Now I ripped everything to 2 inches. Now this material laying here is going to be both the sides and then also some of the stepping material, and we'll see how that goes together. Okay, I have my 2 main uprights cut. I cut these 2 inches. Of course, we're talking about 1-inch lumber. And I got our steps cut. There's only going to be 3 steps. I don't have wide enough material to make it, so I'm going to double these up. Let me show you how I'm going to do it. Cut these all at 16 inches. This is just a scrap presently. But we're going to put a board on the inside like this. And then we're going to take these and we're going to stand them up in here. Stand them up with a board underneath. And we'll make that look a little better when we put it all together. Stay tuned. Okay, we've worked out that there really are only going to be 2 steps. And I'm going to put some Gorilla Glue on a couple of these. On the dry side, you see. I don't think you really have to overdo it on this glue. Alright, this is what it's going to look like. You see both of these are standing on edge. There's only going to be 2 steps on this ladder. 24-inch because we want our foot to be able to go through. I'm going to put another board on the inside of this, glue this together, and screw this all together. Okay, it wasn't possible for me to film all this doing it by myself, and so we cut this inside piece, drilled 3 holes. Also drilled a little bigger hole to countersink those screws. We are dealing with oak here, so I don't want these screws to break. And then when those all come together, that will sit right on there like that. Over there. Now our next step is to put a piece in here. Of course, we also have to fasten this, glue this, and nail this probably. I want to nail this so that nail is exposed. I'm trying to keep the screw heads on the inside of the ladder and then sunk in. I just don't want those to be visible. Okay, as I'm putting these in, let me show you what I'm doing. Turn this over on its edge, and these are still loose. Now they seem pretty tight, but they're still loose. They're not nailed down yet. You see over here what I did. Let me take this out. I put this in here, and then put this board and use this as a spacer because I want to nail these together at the same time. Peck down on this end, countersunk these screws, put those in. Also, I decided also to put 3. I got to looking at it with 2 steps. It was just going to be too long of a second step. The first step is going to be pretty tall to get up over the mattress. All right, stay tuned. Okay, here's the ladder semi-completed. At least the hard work is done. Now what I need to do is sand it. I'm going to round the edges, probably with the router. Just a round over bit. Sand it down good. I think it's going to be nice and sturdy. It's going to work well. I put 1 single nail in the end of each of these. Of course, it's mortised in. I also glued it together. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to sand this, work on this, and also install it at the cabin, see if my wife likes it. And if she doesn't, I guess we'll have to start over, but I hope it'll be sufficient for her. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we appreciate your views.